So the first night in the studio, whenever I was here, when I got here, it was like it became real to me what I had done, and it was all white in here. It was a shell. So I asked myself, could I do this? And then I just kept going and said, I just said, I see if I can do, if I can. But that first night, it settled in from what I had. My life changed. Like I came from corporate America. Like I'm my like lifeline. Like this is how I survive. Like when you on that type of routine and system, like I'm getting paid every 2 weeks. I know how much I'm getting paid because I'm salary now. So every 2 weeks it's the same. So like my lifestyle is really like it was on automatic. So and like my first night here was like this is what you're doing. Like you're creating your own path. And it was scary because I had the money I had to invest in it, and it was like when you don't know when nothing new is coming in, it's hard to dish out like that. And I was doing it, you know what I'm saying, because I believed in what I was doing. So that first night, it was just like I knew I had to be all in. Like whenever I settled in here, I was like, I gotta. This is what I have to do. I do. Um, and it's just in my personal life, like you know, just digging into who I am too much, and because I say this saying, with great power come great responsibility, and it's like taking like how I've been treated in the past, and bestowing all that hurt onto someone else who probably was meant for my good, and thinking so highly of myself and how things transpired in that situation, how I neglected the thoughts and feelings of another person. So like, if that's one thing that if I could change, I would just I would have not even indulged in that situation because like hurt people. So it's like hurting somebody because I was hurt, and that's it. That's the only thing I regret. Cool TV will be the biggest thing smoking. When you cut your TV on, we're gonna have an app where you can go in it and you could pick whatever you want to do from the live sporting events we're gonna be covering because we will be having tournaments from football 7-on-7 to basketball tournaments to your favorite cooking channel, probably like your favorite cooking personality cooking up something that you might like just for the not just a one trick pony, just we're covering different realms of it, and from the podcasting realm to the music realm, live performances, like creating Cool TV is a platform and a network for everybody that's a part of it to win. So everybody will eat. That's a part of Cool TV. It will be no thought that they not like. That's Cool TV will be the thought how the perception of how everybody felt about Martin. Everybody feel like Marty, you got to be eating, or like a Google. Like it's really like you eating, So it's gonna be up there with that. Like you gonna be eating, but it's gonna be because you working to eat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I see Cool TV, and that's 5 years. That's not far. That's not far at all. The next big move for Cool TV, just spreading our roots. Keep digging them deep in the ground and spreading them, keeping them solid and strong. Cause it's like right now it's like the most important thing is the foundation. So just making sure that the foundation is solid, like because creativity comes with that. Like the way that I have this mapped out, the creativity gonna come with it. So I just want to make sure everything is solid from the base, and that's the freaky, scary part about it because I come into contact with so many people, and I don't want that to be a deterrent or issue for me. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to build and create this foundation, and I don't want to be running through people like that. So foundation is the most important thing right now. Primo, he came from I remember when I was doing my podcast out of my apartment, I used to stand in front of a lake. I had a lake view. I had a balcony, had a lake view. My daughter used to love it. But anyway, I used to do my podcast in the dining room. And I was just trying to build my set. And you can see it on the old videos. I was building my set. And I went to DD's one day. And I always wanted a French Bulldog. I wasn't finna pay no $1,500 and they died like 10 years, if not less. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, this right here look cool. And I went and got it. And it was $5. And I was like, he gonna be in every, he was just on the table and they were like, he just gonna ride. Primo. We named him. He really got two names, but two different girls named him. One of my partners, she named him Primo, and then the other one, she named him Grady. So his name Primo Grady. But I like Primo. His last name Grady. Yeah, but he been riding that, and you could just tell through how he looked that he been here for a minute and he been through some things. He done been put back together. He ain't perfect. He dope though. He got an original necklace. He been had it chain today. When he came, he said, I ain't coming in that motherfucker unless I got my necklace on. And they know who I am. And that's what we did for him. Separate the two, like, stop trying to just be friends with everybody that's trying to do business. You know what I'm saying? Because people will buy in to get in. And if I break that down to you, I would say they'll spend a little money with you, and then, man, you know I got you. They don't keep it because they leaning on their friendship as well. They not leaning strictly, you know, it's like that. I learned that I can't do that. I learned to walk away from people. Because it's like people will suck you dry, you know, trying to get to where they going. And they don't even know it, honestly. They just thinking that they doing what they, you know, they got to do. Or they might do no. Fuck them. I just learned how to detach myself like that. You know, because obviously if you can't afford it, it ain't nothing you should be doing anyway. This ain't, you ain't gonna be here that long anyway, you know? And it's a commitment, it's a lifestyle, what I'm doing, you know? So if you want to try to buy into the situation and what I'm doing, you got to be committed to it. And this shit is not what people think. That's the crazy part about it. Blink. It's a lot of sacrifice, and it's a lot of believing in who you are and perseverance. It's a lot of want to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of dark days with it. It's a lot of not understanding from other people. People not getting it. People do get it. People hating. People, you know, all type of stuff you got to deal with. Things you got to learn. Losses you got to take, you know. And it's a process that's like, it's unknown. And that's what make it amazing to me. And that's what I had to learn. And that's what I had to accept, and everybody ain't willing to do that because it's hard to hurt. It's hard to hurt. It's hard to go through anything. Like people rather anybody. Most people rather a comfortable fuck up than a painful blessing. You know, and it's like, I don't get it, but I do though. I don't get it, but I do, and I appreciate it. I do. My message for the day. Hey, look, let me tell you what I'm telling you. This is the message. And I'ma always tell people this. And I said this in the song that I made with the Soul Lifter. Like, you gotta stay focused, like, on whatever you're doing, and know that it's hard. And you gotta know that, and you gotta know, and you compare it to the easiest thing in the world. And know that you're gonna do that easy thing, so you might as well do the hard thing, because the easy thing bring the pain too. So just focus on whatever you believe in strongly and heavily. You know what I'm saying? Don't get scared by it because it's meant to test you. It's meant to break you. Anything worth having is meant working for. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta know you gotta battle through the BS, and at the end, it's gonna be dope.